Okay, here's a quick video on the course book. We're going to do the first chapter. So you've had a look at Yuta in his video, and you've given your comments on what you think about what he says of Japanese people learning English, whether they should or not. Okay, let me give you a few things to think about. Let's have a look here in the first chapter 1. If I go down, you've got should Japanese people learn English by themselves or as a choice, or must they learn it compulsorily? So compulsorily means they must learn it. Voluntary means it's a choice. Okay, good and bad. Yuta had some points. What do you think? Can you think of 3 points on the left side and 3 points on the right side? Just have a think for a few seconds, and then I'm going to give you some points that other people have said. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the things that other people have said. Alright, on the compulsory side, English is needed for company work. That was a big one. Communication with foreigners will be easier as more foreigners come into Japan. People will broaden their view of the world. Okay, so those are definitely ones that are on the compulsory side. What about on the right side, on the voluntary side? Enjoying studying English should not be forced. Okay, if you're not good at English or you're not interested in English, why should you do it? English and Asian languages do not fit well together. That's true. If you know the difference between an English sentence and a Japanese sentence, the verb, like des, imasu, and so on, is at the end of the sentence is the verb, whereas the verb becomes just after the pronoun or the nouns in the beginning or the middle of the sentences. Okay, so it's harder to understand the position of the words. Daily life does not use much English, so that's a point that Yuta came up with. If you're working in Japan, you're living in Japan, you can make money in Japan, then you're not like, for example, countries like Vietnam or Cambodia or Thailand, where there's a much more of a tourist-based industries there. So that's just one opinion, but have a look at these, and then we're going to go on to chapter 1 of the textbook.